myself with the best us of Ashanti versus what? Keisha Cole. Bum bum bum. Unfortunately, it did not actually happen, right? But we're gonna have our own little right here, right now, in this moment. So we're gonna do the best what we can. We're gonna do the best. We're gonna do the best us we can. Okay. So without further ado, we got a couple segments of this, couple parts of this. First part is this: what is your strongest song from each artist's first, then second album? First, we got Keisha Cole with "The Way It Is," 2005 album with the lead single on that was "I Changed My Mind," and Ashanti's first album was Ashanti's self-titled 2002 with lead single "Foolish." And the second album of Keisha Cole was "Just Like You," 2007 with the lead single "Let It Go." And Ashanti's second was Chapter 2, 2003 with lead single "Rock With You." So I'm gonna start with Sir Aaron on the best test. Talk to me. What are the strongest songs for each artist on the first and second album? Go with Keisha and then go with Ashanti.
All right. So first album for Keisha, I I love Keisha. I was not, and I have that first album. It was never really a huge listener for me, but I'll go with the big hit single because I did like that song, Love. Love.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That's my
Yeah.
song.
Yep.
But I know once we start kissing. Got you. Okay. Right. You thought the record was broken. Got it. Oh.
Yes. And
Got it.
Ashanti's first album, I didn't love her single Foolish. And I know that was the big one. And then she came out with Unfoolish and all of that, blah, blah, blah. I didn't love either one of them. My roommates, because that was freshman year for me, liked it. I wasn't a big fan. But I did like her song Baby. And everybody was talking about her sideburns back then. Not Baby. Yes, Baby. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Happy.
Happy.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're talking about
that.
heavy.
Happy. I'm
Yeah.
talking about happy.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, cool. That's question number one. X for you. Got you. All right, cool. So I'm gonna go to myself. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna start with Keisha Cole. I'm gonna
Okay.
start with Keisha Cole. And I'm gonna say what my favorite song is because you asked what favorite song, it's strongest song. So I'm gonna go with the strongest song for the first album for me is I Should Have Cheated. Because I know like she was there was a lot of people that was going through a lot of things that felt like I should have cheated. And I was like, you know what? I'm
Same.
not a cheater. I'm not a cheater, but maybe I'm just playing around. You're about to stop me up because I just felt like there was a lot of people going through that. Like that, I wouldn't
Right.
cheat, but I was definitely singing that shit. I was definitely singing it, so I definitely get it. So Keisha Cole, I'm gonna give her the strongest song on that. Is the way it is. And so when it comes to Ashanti, I'm gonna what you said about accident earlier. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna actually say, baby, that was to me her strongest song because anytime I think about Ashanti, that's the one thing I think about. Baby, 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 baby. So one thing I always think about every time I think about Ashanti, that's it. And her whole life. You say Ashanti, that's where I go. So that's
Yeah.
gonna be my strongest for Ashanti on the first album. Okay, all I gotta do first and second. I forgot. Let me go back to Keisha Cole then. Sorry. All right,
Oh,
so when it comes to Keisha,
well, we were doing first album, and then we were
oh, we
going
only did
to
first.
second,
Okay, all right, cool.
and we
So
were
that's
going
first.
to
Okay, cool.
second after.
So JB, talk to me. First album, each person give me a strongest song.
Okay, so I mean, you guys picked both of mine because they were like the most popular. Um,
Can still
so
be. That's okay.
yeah, so it's so Keisha Cole, we're gonna do Keisha Cole first, then it would be Love, even though she couldn't perform it live. I really like that song, and that was she her breath wasn't coming together but
Well, that was a long go.
the breath or the note.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a dope song. I mean that kind of put her on the map. That was her top single, so that's
Gotcha.
what I heard the most. And then Ashanti, it would also be Baby, because I mean I feel like even during the summer now you can still put that on with your windows down and
Everybody gonna be rocking and singing.
yeah, and that little maybe I can see the worst in here on God's green earth. That come on,
Damn, Jeff.
come
Okay.
on.
Always a bump. Always a bump. All right. All right. So, Miss Goldie, talk to me first for each
Okay.
artist 1st. Mm-hmm.
So Keisha Cole, literally, I grew up on Keisha Cole's music and Ashanti. Like I was like a kid growing up on both of their musics. My mom was obsessed with Keisha Cole's first album. That song Love. I can't even count how many car rides home I heard it. Like my mom would blast it on the radio because my mom was going through something with her guy. You feel me? So she would blast that song by Keisha Cole, Love, so much, and I heard it so much, and I started having a real liking into it because, you know, once I got older and heard it, I understood it more, like the lyrics and what she was saying. Like, I understood what she was saying. And
Mm-hmm.
like, so I would say for Keisha Cole's first album, definitely Love. And then Ashanti's first album, I would say, even though you guys don't really like, I would say Foolish. I really do. I like Foolish from Ashanti. Oh, baby. So like, I like it's catchy, and I like how soft and like how I really like how vibrant and soft Ashanti's voice is, and I like her flow on that song. So I would say for her first song, I would say Foolish for Ashanti's first album, and Keisha Cole, I would say Love. Definitely.
Boom, just like that. All right. So we're gonna keep it moving. We know what we're doing. Aaron, second album, each artist started with Keisha. Let's go.
All right. So I'm gonna go with another single. The second album was the album that brought me to Keisha Cole, like really, because I there were a number of songs that she had that I related to, like the I Remember was my jam, but the
Mm-hmm.
song that I will give it to, because I used to sing I Remember to an ex-boyfriend of mine, but the song that I will give it to
Ooh.
is Heaven Sent. Heaven Sent.
Which one?
Yeah.
Haven't sent. Ooh, you stole my song. Come on back out here.
Song.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
heaven. And as for
Mm-hmm.
Ashanti, now I'm going to do something a little different and not name a single. Now, I did like her song Rock With You. Oh, baby. Oh, and I know some people got annoyed by her saying that so many times. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. But I actually liked it. But my favorite on that album that I would play the most, and it was the strongest for me, is her song I Found Love In. There was something about that 80s kind of throwback that she had on it that I was like, yes, ma'am.
All right. You was feeling it? Gives you those 80s vibes going back to it?
Well, the 80s synthesizers were big.
Got you. Got you. It was the 80s synthesizer for me. Got it. Okay. So for me, I'm going to go with get your second album. Heaven Sent really was it for me. And I told you took that already, so I'm not going to step away from it. Heaven Sent, I remember it was like the one that everybody like I knew was singing, but Heaven Sent was the so exactly what you said, Sir Aaron Mack. That was the same answer to how I felt, so I ain't gonna step away from it. Boom. Okay, so that was mine. So question number one. All right, JB, talk to me, Chef. Give me your top two for. I didn't give you my Ashanti. My bad. My bad. Messed up. I just realized that. Ashanti number two. Okay. So when it comes to the, don't do that to me. So when it comes to the second one, I would say, oh, which one? Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I told you I only had one Ashanti song. What was the lead song from this album? Ooh, baby, that one. But that's the one for me. I'm sorry. That's all I'm gonna give you for Ashanti. I really wasn't.
Okay.
I wasn't checking for that back then. I'm sorry. I was too
Oh, I
focused on Keisha
loved
Cole.
it.
So yeah, don't put me on her side because she's gonna be mad at me. I'm gonna go with JB top two for second album. Each person.
Keisha first. So
Right.
Miss Keisha, second
Miss
album.
Keisha.
Miss Keisha, yes. Second album was Let It Go for Me. I feel like that was just like I first and foremost had Missy Elliott in it, so you know
Definitely.
that anybody from my generation, if it got Missy on it, it was something hot. So just the way that it started with she came in full force and it was like no music and then the beat dropped in it. It was just like dun, 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 let it go. And sometimes you just need to let I still play that shit now because there's a lot of shit I need to let go.
So, I get it. We all do. Got it.
Favorites.
Right.
So Ashanti's second album for me, I did a lot of skipping on that album.
We was talking. Go ahead.
The album art was really nice. I really liked the album art. I could rock with that.
Me too, though.
No, like no shade for real. Like I really like the album art on that one. But the album itself was probably a dub for me. I've been kind of trying to go through them, and if I had to pick, maybe I would have to hit the Don't Let 'Em. That one was kind of dope and it had a dope video to it.
Really?
All right now. Okay. All right. Well, we got to get more, Goldie's opinion on the last second album for each artist. Number one song for you was the strongest. What do you think?
Okay, so hands down, for Keisha Cole, I would say Let It Go featuring Missy Elliott and Little Kim. Like, anybody that knows me knows that I'm a big Lil Kim fan. She actually is one of the few artists that inspired me to start rapping. So I would say that song for me because, just you need to get like that song was so catchy to me. And then I love Little Kim's part. Here's a little lesson, Little Kim, don't stress him. Like, iconic. Yeah. I would definitely say Let It Go for Keisha Cole, her second album. And that album was really good too. My mom would play that album nonstop because, like I said, my mom was a big Keisha Cole fan. So that song stood out to me. Had one of my favorite artists on it, Little Kim. So definitely Let It Go for Keisha's second album. Then for Ashanti's album, Chapter 2, I don't know. I would say the most song that stick out to me on that album was Would Baby, the baby song, because it's like I couldn't really that album I didn't really feel like that, but I would say that was the most song that stuck out to me, the baby song.
Gotcha. All right now. All right, cool. That was a good little smooth start of the beats. Best us. Let's keep it moving. So number 2 on our best list is this.